Hello folks, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about one particular thing that the Lumix S5IIX and the S5II does that nobody is talking about on the internet, that it will be nice to get fixed. And before we get into it, let's just put a disclaimer that I'm not complaining about the camera at all, because I use it in my daily life, professionally. My partner uses it in her own business and so on. I love this camera. Like, I'm waiting for the next version or the newest camera because for how much I love Lumix. So I'm not complaining, and stop commenting on my comments like, why are you always complaining about this camera if you bought it? Why do you even shoot Lumix if you always complain? And no, I'm not complaining. It doesn't mean that because you like something, you shouldn't be asking for things to be fixed into the camera, because in that case, it will make it so much better for everyone to even use it, even for newer people to come in and use it. Because many times these companies are maybe not thinking about these small little things until we actually tell them about it and they fix it, right? And that's what my YouTube channel is about, you know. So I'm not complaining. I just love Lumix, and if there is something that I see that it kind of annoys me, I'm just going to point it out and hopefully get it fixed. But that doesn't mean that I hate the camera, right? Because if you complain about your wife doing something that bothers you, that doesn't mean that you hate your wife. You get my point? Okay, let's go straight into the video now. So, currently, when you film and you basically bring the footage in your preferred editing program and you put it on the timeline, as you can see now, there are 4 tracks. And 2 of them, and sometimes depending on what device you're using, there is only 1 track that actually contains a sound. And I'm like, if I'm not using those 2 tracks, just don't bring them on my timeline. And why it's a little bit of an annoyance for me is just because I try to edit my YouTube video as fast as possible. So what I do is that I usually have my timeline already set, right? So after that, I have basically my first audio line on the timeline that I put basically the audio I'm going to use in the video, right? And then in the second track of audio, I have my music, where I have already set the Docker, I already set the times and stuff like that, so that I don't need to redo it every time. So when I bring that footage into my timeline, it basically erases all the things that I have done already in the timeline, right? So it becomes a little bit annoying, especially because in the audio one, for example, I have already done my settings to match this podcast, a Zoom mic. So it basically erases the whole timeline or audio timeline, and I have to then go back because I forget that this happens. It's easy to fix. It's just like a couple of extras, and I just hope that Lumix is looking and watching at this video, and hopefully we can get this to fix, because it's a bit annoying and it's because it still recognizes basically the XLR on top of the camera, and even if you don't have it, it will still kind of record it, but it's not there. It's just an empty, they are just empty audios. And basically the way to fix them in DaVinci Resolve, it's really cool. So let me show you how you can fix it. So you don't bring it on your timeline yet. You just put it on the media file and you double click it. Then you just have to go on the files side. So where you see on the right side, there is basically where it shows you your media pool, so the name of the footage. There is video, audio effects, transform, image, and then files. There you scroll down basically to audio configuration, and from there you will see that there is all the tracks, right? So you can decide to mute them from here, or one thing that you can do is that you see there is format. So you click on the format there, you click on custom, and basically from there you can decide that, okay, I want my first track, the sound from my first track, to be the main one that I will use. The rest I don't need. So you just cancel them. You go in the format, and there is mono, stereo, and all of the other formats that you can use. Of course, you select stereo, and then you change it to channel 1, or if you have audio on the channel 2 and that's what you want to use, you can use that. Okay, and that's it. As you can see, you have only left and right audio now, and if you import it on your timeline, there is going to be only one audio with your left and right. And that's how you fix this issue. But it would be cool if Lumix could deliver a fix on a firmware update for this, or allow us to decide which audios we will like to be seen already from the camera. Yeah, but yeah, this was a quick one, and it's cool. I'm happy that I did it, and yeah, I still want to point out that I'm not complaining. I'm just trying to get the best as I can from this camera. And when I state something or I wish for something, it's not like I'm complaining for the camera itself. I'm just trying to see if those kind of things can be fixed for my kind of use, because I bought this camera, and if I can get it to work as I want it, or I will love it to work, why not ask? If it doesn't come, it doesn't come. It doesn't cost anything to ask, right? But yeah, guys, take good care of yourself, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.